Jim, would you come here? I want you to stand next to your brother. That's good. Now stand right next. Now, just look at each other. Oh, that's nice.
Give me a break.
Leaving acting is a complicated thing, and what's complicated in my mind so much is that there's a lot of reasons, and some of them make me look better, and some of them make me look worse, I guess. Nothing profoundly bad, just that I wasn't that good at acting, and I didn't care about it enough to become better. Like I might have been able to be really good or okay, but it just wasn't where my passion was. And so that was kind of always in the back of my mind, especially living in Los Angeles and seeing how many people were passionate about it. Like you start thinking like, there's a ton of people who want to be actors. What am I even doing here? I was passionate about something and it wasn't acting. It became clear that I could kind of live my life making a living, doing acting jobs here and there, and if I was lucky and if I worked at it, that could be my life. Or I could do something else that I was really interested in and learn and write, which I really wanted to do. And the idea that I would make a lot less money didn't really bother me once, because my interests have always been very small scale. And so it just seemed like the right thing to do. You've been asking me about the people that I acted with, and I loved pretty much everybody I worked with when I was an actor. I have the best memories, and I think that's a privilege because I was an actor and I wasn't their boss, I wasn't working for them, so I saw the best sides of them. But outside of that, being young on a movie set is super isolating, and so I was lonely for most of my youth. It just wasn't fun. Like all I wanted was friends and like some good food and hanging out. And that's not so unattainable. It's just that you need to try and get it. And for me, that meant giving up acting.
Thanks for getting my books. I'm so clumsy, I can't believe it.
It's all right.
It's always nice for someone to think special things about you. And that's always going to be there, right? So I never tell people that I was an actor because there's no reason to. It was so long ago. It doesn't come up unless I try and segue towards it, which is not a look that I've liked on other people. And so I just don't bring it up at all. But and I'm happy that way. It is always nice when someone finds out about it and makes a big deal, especially if that person is already a friend. You know what I mean? And this happened with my wife, for example. Like I was already close friends with my wife before she realized I was an actor. And then it was a fun thing that we could share. And it was also like, you know, again, if I'm being honest, it was like, oh, hey, I got a secret thing about me that makes me even more special. You thought you liked me before, like, hey, I was also a movie star and I was super cool about it. You know, so like that's a nice position to be in. But I much prefer anonymity and not people knowing about it. My students, I'm a professor, and I think especially among the graduate students, it's an odd enough detail that it gets shared, and so my graduate students tend to know about it, and sometimes my undergraduates do also when they see my name or when they do a Google for me to find out what my email address is so that they can contact me. But that really doesn't come up much, except for someone to say like, my mom had a crush on you, she said. You know, and I'm like, okay, good. So, and then we're off talking about medieval literature again.